Okay, so it's spinning. Do you see? You're live.
No,
okay.
I can't see because do I see you live? Oh, hold on.
You do.
No, I don't.
How is that possible?
I can. No, can you see yourself on camera?
I can. For anyone who's there and listening, please bear with us as we get set up. I believe we're about ready.
Okay. Let's see. See, there's 6 people on. There you go. You're on.
Okay, good.
You're good.
Okay.
All right. There you are. Absolutely. All right.
I'm hanging up.
And you're good.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to ISD's online service. Again, bear with me just another second or two. You see me, but I don't see you. The earth shakes, the mountains quake, tempting our hearts to fear. Rivers overflow their banks, too far away to quench the wildfires. Yet we remember that the divine within is our refuge and strength, and an ever-present source of our faith that all is in divine order. When our children are away from home and out of our sight, we take comfort in knowing that the divine within is our refuge and strength, and an ever-present source of our faith that all is in divine order. Whether we have reached the end of our days or the release from our disease, we rest in the truth that the divine is our refuge and strength, and an ever-present source of our faith that all is in divine order. O divine within that emanates from all of us, you are our refuge. You are our strength. We know your presence always during times of challenge and of victory. Good morning, and welcome to the Institute for Defense Analyses, the Institute for Spiritual Development. I used to work at the Institute for Defense Analyses. The Institute for Spiritual Development is a God-centered, spiritually inclusive, metaphysical church and community dedicated to our growing spiritual awareness in an atmosphere of unconditional love and acceptance. Welcome home. At this point in our service, we read the Declaration of Principles, and you can find these on our website, on our webpage, so check there. And read along with us if you'd like. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that infinite intelligence expresses itself in all existence and in humanity as a manifestation of divine love. We affirm the unity of all life everywhere. We believe in communion with all planes of existence, and that meaningful communication flows from this connection. We affirm that life is eternal, and that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We believe the ultimate expression of God in our life is unconditional love of our neighbors and ourselves. We accept that the living gift of prophecy and healing, reported in all sacred scripture, are an affirmation of divine spirit working through us. We affirm the divine right of each individual to seek the truth in accordance with their consciousness, and that living in harmony with that truth defines true spirituality. We affirm that spiritual unfoldment is progressive and unending, and that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the mandate, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the personal responsibility of the individual and that we choose our happiness or unhappiness as we apply the laws of the universe. Again, we welcome you to our on-live service for the Institute of Spiritual Development. At this time, we're moving into our wholeness and wellness reflection, our meditation section. Please make yourself comfortable by placing your feet flat on the floor and closing your eyes. We're going to do the following 3 times. Breathe in up your left leg and move that breath across your hips, down and out of the right leg. Again, breathe in slowly, in up the left leg, across the hips, down and out of the right leg. One more time, breathe in up the left leg, across the hips, down and out the right leg. And now, breathe in up the right leg, across the hips, down and out of the left leg. Again, breathe in up the right leg, across the hips, down and out of the left leg. And one more time, breathe in up the right leg, across the hips, down and out of the left leg. Breathe in up the left arm, across the shoulders, down and out of the right arm. A second time, breathe in up the left arm, across the hips, across the shoulders, down and out of the right arm. And a final time, breathe in up the left arm, across the shoulders, down and out of the right arm. Breathe in up the right arm, across the shoulders, down and out of the left arm. Breathe in up the right arm, across the shoulders, down and out the left arm. Breathe in up the right arm, across the shoulders, down and out of the left arm. In one slow count, breathe in energy from the top of your head and move down the body and out the feet to ground yourself in the ground. Breathe back up from your feet into the head and out into the energy above. Again, in a count of a slow 1, breathe in through the head, down through the body, and into the ground. Breathe up through the feet and up through the body and out of the head. One more time. Breathe in through the head slowly. Take it down through the body and out of the feet. And back up from the ground, from the earth, up through the body and out of the head. Sit with your body for a minute. Feel its health. Feel its connection to all. Feel safe in your body. Thank it for all it does for you. Find in your body where you feel emotional discomfort. Give it a shape. Give it a color. Send it love. Continue to send it love and compassion. Sense it shift. Watch it shift. Follow it if it moves. Continue to send it love without judgment. Thank your body again for all it does for you. And send it on its way. And start to come back. Come back by 3 quick breaths in and a sharp blow out. And again. And finally again. Wiggling your fingers and toes, and you should be back. As a lover of all things animals, I've been interested in animal communication for a very long time. That has led me to take a few classes in animal communication skills. Can't say I've become good at it or feel like I've been successful too many times, but I continue to look into it. But I do believe in it, absolutely. The biggest surprise I've gotten from taking these classes, however, is that every animal communicator I know has talked about not just communicating with animals, but with anything of nature. And so if somebody isn't feeling well, and I'm not talking about animals now, but if a student mentions they're not feeling well, they have a little cough, whatever, often the animal communicating trainer will say to that person, well, have you talked to your cough? Have you talked to what isn't making you feel well, to determine why this is happening for you? And that had never occurred to me before. Last week, Reverend DiBiazio read us an imagined letter from the coronavirus. As it happened a few days before that, I was directed to a real conversation with an animal communicator by the name of Maya Kincaid that she had with the coronavirus. Maya is an animal and nature communicator and is the founder of the Sedona Animal Communication World. And I'm going to read that letter to you now. If you want to find her, again, her foundation is called Animal Communication World. I believe she's a .com. She's also featured in a 2018 full-length documentary film on animal communication called Being with Animals. And I am going to read that to you now. It is a bit lengthy. And she started out by saying, hello, coronavirus, and was answered with a hello as well. And she continued, since I talk with animals, plants, insects, cells, organs, bacteria, and viruses on a regular basis, I have had numerous people ask me to talk with you. And of course, you know I have talked with you on my own ever since I heard about you. And I have also enlisted my awesome students to talk with you in class as well. Coronavirus, I would like to talk with you now to learn more about you and how we humans may process in our lives your presence. Here's what I would love to say to you. You have heard it many times from many sources, and now you have an opportunity to learn it firsthand through experiencing a direct threat to your species. I am not evil in myself, and it is not my intention to cause harm or to elicit fear and upset among you. I am here because you asked me to be here. You have been calling for a quieter time. You have been asking for a rest from your stress-filled days. You have asked for more peace and simple joys to be experienced on a daily basis. You have asked to experience feeling purposeful and useful and appreciated for who you are. You all have asked to experience love, kindness, strength, and patience. Your species is on a road to wreckage. I am here to divert you in that path you are heading down. I am here to give you understanding and appreciation for what is truly important to your lives. I am here to remind you of what life is all about. You now have a time of quiet and contemplation and reflection like you would never imagine creating. I encourage you to go inward and appreciate these times while you have them. This is a time I encourage you to stay in. Rest deeply, you need it. Rest in your life, complete things of the past, forgive one another, come together in your hearts, not in person. Use your technology to stay in touch. Work with yourself to manage your fears. What you are learning is to live in the moment. Living in the moment is not knowing what is in the next moment. It is living fully, celebrating life, not just being. Step outside, go for a walk, allow the trees, plants, and animals to guide you and to love you. Love them, be grateful. What this is all about is living in the moment and loving one another as your family. What you have forgotten is that what is good for one person must be good for another. If something you want or you do is harmful for others, including animals, plants, insects, and earth, then it is ultimately, in the long run, harmful for you too. You are killing yourselves. I am not killing you. We, the virus, don't despise you, and we don't want to harm you. We love you. The way you humans are living is not sustainable. It is not real, and it is not loved even by you. It is out of the realm of natural harmony. It is out of the realm of nature. You are nature. You are the coronavirus. You are the Buddha. You are Christ. You are cancer. You are influenza. You are a vibrant, healthy being. You are everything. You, each one of you, encompass all the possibilities and the expressions of life. You have good hearts. You have good minds. We want to help you stop, help you pause and reflect and regroup, individually and together as a species. This is a time to go inward and catch up on your rest. Put yourselves and your homes and your lives in order. Catch up on the really important things, the things you long to do but never have the time, energy, or inspiration. Rest first, then rejuvenate and recreate. It is time for you to have your voice again and to be a part of creating your tomorrows. Here's an example. What is deep in your core is the desire to be of service to one another, to do something truly good from your heart. This means thinking of others. It means thinking as a human community, being sure all have what they need to thrive. An example now would be not to clean the shelves at the grocery store, but instead to take only what you need. As the shelves are cleaned and food and supplies, as the shelves are cleaned of food and supplies, those who have no chance to get their share are in distress and fear. Those clearing shelves are in fear and perpetuating fear. What if you only took what you needed so others could feel at least as secure as you do? Coronavirus, we aren't something you survive and then change to be a better person later on. It is something you strive to be a better person right now, because there is no tomorrow. I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm simply making a point that fear-driven living is causing havoc, and it is not new. This is in part why the virus, why we are here right now in this situation. Maya asked, I have heard you may be man-made. What do you have to say about that? Well, in a way, we, are man-made. Humanity is ill. Your species has been ill for quite some time and growing more ill every day. Again, there is nothing to fear. Let me explain. The way your species is living and living with one another is not sustainable. You all know this deep down, and many of you are very aware and concerned about this. Some of you are living for today and will concern yourselves later, for example, tomorrow. You are going to be however you are going to be, as usual. Others of you are suffering each passing day with news of cruelty to people and animals and disrespect for the earth, feeling like you have no voice and no one understands or really cares. In doing either of those things, all of you are contributing equally because this is not a way to live. Very few humans are living in harmony, peace, and integrity all around. Every one of you humans has work to do, including you, of course. I will say humanity has brought about the coronavirus because your immune system as a species is compromised. It is like a doctor, in this case, Dr. Coronavirus, putting you on forced bed rest because you are overworked and overstressed. Your systems are on overdrive all the time. Many of you don't sleep. You don't give yourselves the opportunity to be out in nature or celebrate and enjoy life. This is not a bashing of humanity. Honestly, it isn't all your fault. You unknowingly have taken paths which have led you to this situation. All that is required now is compassion for yourselves, forgiveness, and the opportunity to rest individually and as a species and to rejuvenate your spirit. That is what we, the virus, the fellow beings of nature, want. We would like humans to join nature, slow down. Some of you are much better at this than others. Often those of you educated in human institutions have more challenge slowing down than others who live in remote villages closer to the land. Some villagers may be new leaders for humanity's next chapter. It is drama. What do you mean, coronavirus? Myra asked. You humans are dramatic. It is a great drama to watch all that you do. And I must say, you are a lovable lot. Truly, you have tender hearts and young minds. Maya said, do you have any specific advice or guidance for us? How can you say you like us humans, but then cause the deaths of some members of our species? And coronavirus said, as I said before, it is not my intention to harm humans. I am very similar to what you humans call the flu. I am not normally deadly to most people. I am only a danger to those most delicate. Similarly, just as I am, the common flu can be deadly to some human beings. Here's the thing. If I, the coronavirus, am handled with integrity and care, then I can disappear from your lives quickly and with no further events. However, this is the challenge. It is difficult for you human beings to do the right thing. You are a young species. In most cases, people are being infected because of a lack of understanding of the oneness of you all, and the responsibility that naturally dictates. Deaths have occurred because choices have been made which were out of balance with what is the best intention of your species and all species. If you thought of what is in the best interest of all beings, including the human species and all other species, animals, earth, then you would take action on behalf of all. You would be the voice for all, and you would feel the deep satisfaction of standing for all to thrive. You wouldn't go clean off the shelf at the grocery store. And if you already did, maybe you would ask around to see who might need some toilet paper or some paper towels and give them some. You would encourage peacefulness and rest and be an example to all humanity. Forgive yourselves. Forgive each other. Start anew. My presence could result in a tremendous transformation of human spirit. We hope to see you having more restfulness, more peace of mind, and peace and more simple joy in living. Maya asked, what about those who died and those who have lost their loved ones and friends? And the virus said, I truly am tenderly thinking of these beings. I have gratitude for them birthing a new experience, truly a transformation in the lives of humans which touches all other beings of life. Those who have passed are deeply loved and appreciated. They have sounded the alarm for all human beings to take a profound pause, to stop action and be. I ask that each of you think of these individuals and their family members with thanks for their courage. These beings are very loving and kind. They and their family members and friends deserve your respect, love, and appreciation. Maya asked, why did they in particular die? They died because their immune response was low. It is as simple as that. Now that you all know about me, you can act accordingly to what is in the best for all. That means staying away from other human beings as much as possible. You can call and interact by your technology. It is good to stay in touch, but best not to touch right now. But this also means acting accordingly with regard to going forward in life. This is not about the coronavirus. It is about the state of humanity. That is why we are here. You asked before for some guidance on how to live in the current days. Here are some suggestions which will be similar to what you have been hearing from your human sources. 1, stay in isolation or there with family members you live with as much as possible. You know better than to go out to parties and events. My spread worldwide has happened quickly and efficiently by personal quarantines being broken for parties and events. Next thing you know, you have gotten or given the virus. 2nd, rest, rest, rest. Even if you don't want to or don't think you need it. Trust me, you are running ragged. Nearly all of you humans are run down and burnt out. Because of this, each of you truly is susceptible to getting the virus. You are all immune deficient because you lack self-love, awareness, and care of yourselves and others. Some of you are doing well in these areas, but the majority of humans suffer in these areas. As said before, don't be hard on yourselves. Stop that right now. Instead, take a new path. Honor yourselves and others. Develop compassion. 3, do some writing, do some art, play some music. Even if you don't do art or music, why not write your own songs? Write the words and create some tunes. Find some odd supplies around the house to do some drawing and art. A regular writing pen or pencil will do. 4, write your feelings, your frustrations with your life. Write your fears, concerns, and your dreams close to your heart. 5, talk with yourself as you might talk with a friend. Talk about your troubles, your heartbreak and frustrations. How about acknowledging yourself for who you are, how you care, and your unfulfilled intentions? 6, give what you have. Give what you have you would like to contribute to others. Do some writing and exploration as to how you may have a voice and a contribution. What is your wildest dream of your living in your ideal situation, doing your ideal contribution to life? This is a great time, number 7. This is a great time to visit all you have and love. This is a great time to visit all you have and love it or share it. For instance, to go through your belongings and clear, clean, and organize. This activity will help bring you clarity and peace. It will give you energy to transform your life. These are the kinds of things you have put off to tomorrow around the home, which drag you down because you don't have the time, energy, or focus to accomplish them. Now you can rest and begin to work on these projects. Lastly, number 8, think of all you have to be thankful for. Give appreciation for yourself and all those who have contributed to your life. This will build your immune system and bring you and others joy. You have a forced vacation which is understood and supported. Take this time and complete your life. and complete your life as it was. Create a new life to live into in the coming days, weeks, months, and years. This is a global event, a human retreat, if you will. Time to shut you humans down, stop you, give you an opportunity to heal, to find harmony in living with yourselves and one another and your fellow species, and to love your lives again. You don't know when to stop, so you are now stopped. Allow yourselves to rest, rejuvenate, clear your minds and your hearts, be creative, find your voice, love again, find gratitude in a moment of life, appreciate others, and find harmony within and without. We, the so-called coronavirus, love you and wish you all the best in your forced lockdown. See it as an opportunity. Take advantage of this chance, of the chance you have to realign and regroup to live your life as you deeply wish to live your life. You are encouraged to go for it. Rest, rest, rest. Find your spirit, your voice, and your heart, and live going forward, listening to the heart of you. It's a lot to think about. We have reached the prosperity section of our service. Even though we're at home, I invite you to think about the abundance of gifts in your life. It seems easier today than it ever has, doesn't it? Take a moment to allow yourself to experience a deep appreciation for that abundance, for our spiritual family, for our building home that continues to need our care, for the comfort we have by this simple act of coming together, for the efforts of those who make your online meetings possible, for all that we have. And as always, we proclaim, divine love always has, and divine love always will answer all our needs. If you would like to give, please go to our webpage, ISDDC. You can look that up in a search bar. And at the top of our page, you will see a drop-down line, a line of menus. One is called support. Please click on that. If it doesn't drop down automatically, it might. And choose virtual collection plate. Your help in keeping our spiritual community thriving is greatly appreciated by all of us. If you're here with us for the first time and planning to contribute, please keep that and use it for something for yourself or as you wish. I'm going to go over some announcements at this time, which are on my phone, so please bear with me. Reverend Olivia Hunter is starting a spiritual book club this coming Tuesday night, and it will run April 7, 14, 21, and 28. The first book is called Creating Affluence by Deepak Chopra. I don't know about you, but I've been doing the 21-day meditation with Deepak Chopra and Oprah currently, and I think we all know who that is and appreciate what we get from his wisdom. This is a $10 book, all 4 weeks. The event is $10, I believe, all 4 weeks with this book, plus daily emails for participants for $10. Participants must register online. And again, if you go to the website, ISD-DC, you'll find the events section there. On Wednesday evenings, we are having weekly meditation that will be held by Reverend Rob Banachek. First 3 Wednesdays of the month during the social distancing. This starts at 7:30. This Friday will be Service of the Shadows, again with Reverend Rob Banachek. On Friday, April 10th at 7:30. Friday is Good Friday. And we will have our Service of the Shadows, the online service presenting the metaphysical interpretation of the events of the crucifixion. Again, everything is online, so you can check there. Saturday Spiritual Gift Share is online. It's a weekly event while we are all stuck at home. This is run by Reverend Fran Wright and Sylvia Wright. Saturdays at 10 o'clock. ISD-DC.org. Please go to the site and check out those events. I realize I have not introduced myself. I am Lisa Schwanger. I am one of the ministerial students at the Institute for Spiritual Development. And I'm very glad you joined with us today. We're about to close out our service with our closing prayer and benediction. Father, Mother God, many of us came today with troubled hearts. As we leave this service, help us to continue walking in the peace that surpasses all understanding. Help us to focus on the word and not the things of the physical world that cause us to be depressed and anxious. Help us to remember that we are the light and the safety that we will keep with us, that will keep us safe, and that we stand and that we can send into the world to share with others. In this time of our cocoon, when we must release who we are to become who we are to be, may our faith affirm for us that all life is divinely designed, that each current moment of our lives is pivotal to the unfolding moments of our lives, that we are who we are because of all that we have been, that we emerge from our chrysalis more beautiful than we ever imagined ourselves to be. And so it is. I want to thank you for joining us today. Go out and take a walk. It's sunny, it's warm. Do whatever it is you like to do on a quiet Sunday day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your lockdown. Take the advice of the coronavirus. Thank you again for coming.